Hello, welcome. I'm Loy Gross with the Learning Center at Genesee Community College, and in this video, we're going to talk about Zoom. And Zoom has kind of become a modern staple. We're using it for everything these days. So we're going to talk about how to make sure your mic and your video are on or off, and different ways of asking questions, how to safely share your screen, and how to use fun backgrounds so you don't have to show your messy room. Let's start with the basic controls. You probably have seen these. We'll give them names and tell you exactly what they do. Your Zoom controls are located at the bottom of your screen in a black bar going across with white icons. And on the bottom left are the controls that most people get familiar with first. That's how to mute your microphone and start and stop your video. They've each got a little red slash to indicate that they're off. So if there's no red slash, that indicates that they're on. I'm sure you've seen those viral videos of people in their underwear. But you can also get some embarrassing situations with a microphone you don't realize is on. So watch for that little red slash. While we're on the subject of embarrassing, let's talk about virtual backgrounds. I know many of us don't want to turn our video on because we don't want to share our house. I'm set up in my junk room, so I use a virtual background. You'll find virtual backgrounds at the little caret right next to the stop video control. Click on that and then choose a virtual background. And when you click that, you get this window. This is the bottom right corner of the window that pops up, and you can choose one of the backgrounds that Zoom has provided, or you can click the little plus sign in the top right, add any image or short looping video that you'd like. And Zoom puts that image or that video behind you on the screen, and you do not need a green screen to make this work. Zoom is very, very good at eliminating your background and just showing you or anything you happen to be wearing, like a headset. Just make sure you have good lighting, and Zoom will pretty much take care of the rest. And yes, you can change them at will throughout a meeting. So that's pretty much all there is to audio and video in a Zoom meeting. Let's move on to how you provide feedback to your presenter. So the icon that looks like two people standing next to each other is the participants window control. If there's a number next to it, that indicates how many people are in this meeting. And the participant window allows you to give meeting feedback in the form of emojis. So the emojis you have are down on the bottom here in the box, and raise hand is obvious. Raise my hand, I have a question. Why do you think we need a yes and a no icon? Well, if I were to ask right now, hey, is math your favorite subject? I would click yes, and you would click no, and everybody gets to see the responses. So it's a nice, quick, informal poll that can pop up during classes. So next to participants, or next to share screen here, is the comic talk bubble, and that opens the chat window. And the chat window is very similar to text messaging, group chats, Facebook Messenger, Slack, WhatsApp, even the comments on social media these days. There is one really important distinction, and that's that private and public messages will share one window. So the message you send to the presenter privately will be in the same window. It's just marked private instead of public. And why would I send private messages to the presenter? Well, it seems like every presentation I send at least once, hey, can you mute everybody? Because somebody's eating right in their microphone. A side note, please don't be that person. Nobody needs to hear your lunch on their headset. And that's 3 ways of providing feedback: by audio, video, by emoji, and by text. Now that we've covered 3 ways of communicating with the presenter, here's an essential note. Make sure you listen to the presenter's instructions. If they don't know how to use the participant window, they're not going to be looking at it. So it's not useful for you to be over there clicking on things. Now let's talk about the big one, which is sharing your screen. If your presenter has given you permission, you can share your screen with a group. That icon is near the center of the black bar, and it looks like a TV with an arrow pointing up. When you click on it, you get an options screen. Many people kind of gloss over the screen, but there's a lot here. You notice that I have 2 different screens I can share. It's because I have 2 different monitors on my computer, but this works even if you only have 1 screen. You can choose to share 1 screen, a second screen. You can choose to show only 1 application window. And that's a really nice option. If you'd like to share, let's say, a document you've been working on, a paper or something for the class, instead of sharing your whole screen, just share the window that contains the paper. And that way, no one on the other end is looking at anything on your computer except the paper that you chose to share. I'd also like to note down in the bottom left-hand corner, this is where you choose to share your computer's sound in case you're playing a video. And when you are sharing your screen, your Zoom controls will jump from the bottom of your screen to the top, and that's where you find the Stop Share button. And that's what Zoom has to offer. So let's try downloading some fun Zoom activities to practice.